Well, by now we can't disagree to the fact that Dubai's real estate is full of opportunities. But one thing I've noticed is that most investors only focus on location, the developer's name, or price per square foot, which is of course very important. But very few actually sit down and study the most important factor that determines whether you make money or lose it. And that factor is payment plan. Now, payment plans are not just a convenience to pay in installments. They completely shape your liquidity, your holding power, your ROI, and your exit strategy. And in my experience, investors who understand this are the ones who consistently make the most money. Before we dive into the different parts of payment plan, let's first understand today's market. See, there are two stages in off-plan real estate: when the project is under construction and when a project is completed or close to handover. Now, if we go back to 2020, 2021, post-COVID, people were making quick flips. You could buy a property and in just 12 to 18 months resale it with a profit of 30% or maybe more than that. But that's not today's reality. Well, in today's market, appreciation typically comes much later, usually around 30 to 35% on your equity. And it only happens when the project is near completion or even post-completion. So the first mindset shift investors need is this: there's no concept of quick flips anymore. If you want to really maximize appreciation, you need to hold your property until completion, or at least 5 to 6 months after completion. That's where the real growth is. Well, there are a lot of factors to this. It differentiates based on what property you're buying, what location you're at, and what's the developer and what is the supply currently available. Now, let's talk about the payment plan. There are three major types of payment plans that are available: the 40-60 or 50-50. Here you pay 40 to 50% during construction and the remaining 50 to 60% at handover. Sounds simple, right? But here's the problem. Most investors only budget for that first 40%. They enter with the mindset, I'll sell it before the handover, and the next investor will take care of it. What really happens at handover? Thousands of units suddenly hit the market because everyone had the same idea. That creates oversupply. Now, as a result, buyers and end users avoid these properties because they know sellers are just trying to offload and add a premium. Now, just to add on to this is hinting for the people who are just budgeting for the first 40%. Bank won't cover the entire 60%. Even when you try to mortgage, most banks will only give you 30 to 40%. You'll still need to bring your own capital. This leads to panic selling. Instead of 30 to 40% profit, you may end up settling for 10 to 15% or even sometimes lose out on it. So the 40-60 payment plan looks attractive, but in reality, it's a trap for short-term thinkers. Now, the second option is the post-handover payment plan. This has become very trendy in recent years. Developers advertise it as investor-friendly. You pay 70% during construction, remaining 30% after handover in installments. Now, in theory, it sounds brilliant. Non-residents especially love this idea. I'll take handover, rent out the property, and use the rental income to cover the installments. But here's the reality. At handover, developers will require post-dated checks. If you're not resident without an account here in UAE, you can't comply. The only option, pay full balance upfront. Now, if you think you'll resale the property and transfer the remaining post-handover plan to, let's say, another investor, well, that totally depends on what property you have bought in and in what location. So basically, if you don't have the cash flow is tight, you're in trouble. So again, while it looks like an opportunity for most investors, especially non-residents, it could lead to a problem if you don't budget your financing. Then lastly, you have the 80-20 plan, the gold standard. Now let me talk about this payment plan that in my experience has created the most wealth, and that's the 80-20 plan, followed by top tier developers like Emaar and Miraz. Here's how it works. You pay 80% during construction, you pay the final 20% on handover. Why does this plan work so well? First, it filters down the buyers. Only serious financially capable investors enter. Second, because investors are strong, they are not desperate to sell midway. Third, this stability means fewer resale listings during construction, so supply remains controlled, and by the time of handover, properties see solid appreciation. On an average, investors see 35 to 50% equity growth by completion. Now, Emaar's projects are a perfect example. The off-plan cycle is typically 4 years, and in those 4 years, their investors always build 25 to 50% equity. That's why you rarely see Emaar properties being dumped in the market mid-construction. Serious investors hold till completion and cash out at the peak. So what's the lesson here? Don't just look out for the brochure, the balcony side, or the price per square foot. Although they are very much important, but they are not the whole picture. The payment plan structure can make or break your investment. A bad plan creates pressure, panic selling, and reduced profits. A strong plan gives you holding power, appreciation, and clean exit. If you're serious about investing here in Dubai's real estate, you need to look beyond the glossy marketing. You need to analyze the payment plan plan strategy behind each project. Now, don't get me wrong, there are cases where other payment plans in the right location and the right developer can work beautifully, but every investor situation is different. Now, whether you are a resident or non-resident, whether you're looking for a rental income or a capital appreciation, the right payment plan for you will vary. If you want me to analyze which projects and which payment structures make sense for your capital and your goals, reach out to me. I'll share with you a detailed breakdown of properties that are not just accessible but also smart investment in today's market. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about buying property, it's about buying what's right.